Hi everyone, in this episode we're going to see how to create and render the car object on a canvas. So as for me, I used p5.js for this project to render the game on a HTML5 canvas and deal with frame-by-frame game updates, keyboard inputs, and few other things. You don't actually need to use this library if you want to recreate the project, but it's really useful if you just want to focus on the game itself. So to start, we want to initialize two things. Basically the p5 sketch and the car object. And this should be done inside p5.js setup method. So I'll start with creating a canvas that is 800 by 600 pixels wide. Next thing will be creating the car object. So a car will have an origin and a heading angle for the moment. In my case, I set the heading to p divided by 2, which is equivalent to 90 degrees. I have also set the frame rate to 30 frames per second, but you can ignore this for now as we don't have any animations yet. Next thing we need to do is to define a draw method. So this is the function that p5 will execute each frame to update the canvas. For the moment, we just call a car.render method. To render the car, we will move the canvas origin to the car origin so we can work in relative coordinates. We'll start by rendering the tires, then the car body, and the car lights at the end. So the order is important here, since if you decide to render the body, then the tires, for example, tires will be drawn on top of the body. The body will be composed of three layers basically. A first bigger layer that represents the car body, a smaller dark one for the car glass, then a last one for the roof. For the lights, we'll draw two headlights with a yellowish color and two other reddish for the rear light. Please note that for coordinates and light dimensions, I used some values relative to the car dimension, so I won't need to update these values in case I want to resize the car afterwards. For the tires, we'll be basically doing the same thing actually. And here you go, we rendered our car. So this is it for today's video. In the next video, we'll be adding some motion to the car. Thank you for watching and see you soon.